Hi there, and thank you so much for joining me. My name is Andalee, and I have a student that belongs to your organization, and she suggested that I make a video to help everybody get belly dancing. So I'm going to show you a few basics, and we're going to put it together in a little routine. So let's go ahead and get started. I want you first to be thinking about your posture. Posture is super important. I want you to think about zipping up a tight pair of pants. Okay, so take your pants, zip them up so that your tailbone is neutral. I want it pointed down to the ground. And then on top of that, I want you to think about not having this bad posture on top. Think about engaging in your upper back, like somebody takes the rope and they pull your shoulders down and back so that you go from open shoulder blades to closed, and it's all connected in the back. Okay, so now we have that good posture. We like to maintain this soft knee position in belly dance. And in our upper body, we do a lot of layers and movements with our hands. But when we're in a neutral position, where we keep them is think about bringing them up together, open out to the side, press the wrists down gently so there's a roundness in the arms here from the elbow. So with this neutral position and our good posture activated, right, I want to now try a little snake arm. So we're going to roll the shoulders, lift the elbow in the back, wrist, set it down. Roll the shoulders, lift the elbow, lift the wrist, set it down. So when we work through that position, we end up here, which is called a snake arm. You can see why. Very snaky. I'm going to slowly turn so you can see it from the different angles. See my arms working through. You see how my arm rotates in the shoulder to get that elbow up to the back. Rotate the elbow. Good. So that is a snake arm, a nice low snake arm. Another movement we're going to go over is a camel. So this is an undulation down the body. Also goes in 3 parts, just like we did the snake arm. Now we're going to roll through the body. So my rib cage, I want you to think about getting it lifted so we can drop it down. Now my abs come in, then my hip drops. So I go down, in, drop. Down, in, drop. Down, in, drop. Lift the ribs to go down, in, drop. Now, pulling the abs in is not easy. You have to think about, again, like a rope. Let's say you have a rope tied to the inside of your belly button, and somebody's behind you, and they're going to give it a pull. So pull that belly button in towards your spine. So I roll down, pull the abs in, then down in the hips. So when you put it all together, we have this camel. Good. I'm going to slowly take it around so you can see it from all the angles. Rolling down. It's just a body wave. So imagine being in the club and you've seen the moves, seen this one, right? It's basically the same thing. We're just going to make it a little bit more isolated. We like our isolations and belly dance. Good. So this is our camel. And another movement we're going to need is called an Arabic basic. Arabic basic requires a little bit of footwork, but it's super simple. The right foot is going to step forward, and then it's going to step back. So it's going to step in front of me and behind me to the back. Front, back. Front, back. Kind of like a salsa step, right? Salsa, right? But unlike salsa, I don't want my whole body to go front and back. I want just my hips to do most of the work here, right? So my hip comes forward, my hip comes back. Goes forward and back. forward, and back. Good. And let's try it on the left side. So now the other foot comes forward and back. I'm going to take it around so you can see what it looks like. This travels very nicely around. So use that foot to just kind of walk around yourself. Remember, let the hips do most of the work. Keep your head kind of still in space. So don't let yourself come forward and back, close to the camera, far away. Let the hips come forward and back. Good. We're also going to need a shoulder shimmy, another isolation. So our shoulders are going to alternate, front and back. So one goes forward, the other pulls back. And I'm rotating in my shoulder here. Rotate, rotate. You see how it kind of rolls a little bit? So they alternate back and forth. When they get faster, it gets a little bit smaller. See how my hands are still? I want to prevent this from happening for too much of my body. I'm isolating. Right, left, right. And let's speed that up. Right, left, right, left. I'm going to take it around so you can see. And can you speed that up a little bit? Speed it up. Good. See how little it is? It needs to be little. It's a shimmy. I'm going to take it around. You'll feel your shoulders burn after a few minutes. Doing a lot of work here. Arms are long. Don't let your arms come here. We don't want T-Rex arms. Keep them out long. Okay, I'm going to stretch that out. That was a nice warm shoulder shimmy. The next step we're going to need is a hip drop. So I like to do hip drops on the angle. So instead of facing completely front, I angle my body a little bit in the legs. Front foot up, hip up, and I drop it down. So the hip is going to drop on the beat down. Drop, drop, drop. Good. Keep your knees bent for this. If your leg is straight, you won't go as far. We get a range of motion from keeping the legs bent here. Drop. It drops down, 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 like a basketball. Keep the rest of your body upright. Think about that posture. You're going to feel the back leg burning a bit because all of my weight is back here, right? The front hip's getting the glory. The back leg's doing the work. Let's switch sides. So now put your other foot to the back. Plie, which means bend the leg. Front foot doesn't have weight on it, just touches. Lift the hip up and drop. Good, drop it down, down. Remember, we want to lift it up so that it drops. Like a basketball, drop. 2, 3, 4. Good. Very nice. We just have one more movement, which is a lunge. Lunges aren't necessarily just a belly dance thing. I just want to do a level change and a way to work our legs a little bit. So take one of your feet, doesn't matter which, slide it along the floor, and then take it down just a little bit. We can put a snake arm on there, right? Bring it back up. Switch feet. Slide the other foot to the front. Bend the legs a little bit for a lunge. Bring it up. Notice when I do this, I don't bend or lean forward, okay? Stay upright and let your legs do the work. So let's try. I'm going to take my right foot first. I slide, I lunge, I come back up and switch. Other foot, take it down, up. Let's do a couple more. Slide, lunge, bring it up, and switch. Slide, lunge, bring it up, and switch. You get the idea. All right, let's go ahead and put all of this together for our little combo we're going to do. So the order going to be dictated by the music. So the song is called Habibi Ya. It is by Hakim, and you can find it in iTunes or on YouTube and all over the internet. Hakim is a very famous Egyptian singer, and this is easy to find. So it starts out, little intro. And we're going to do a hip drop. And we switch sides. And you go to shoulder shimmy. Switch sides. Good. Arabic basic. Very nice. Do a little camel. Let's repeat that. You've got the idea. Here we go again. Hip. And shoulders. Other side. Arabic basic. With a shimmy. So I'm letting my legs go back and forth like I'm jogging in place. See my knees going back and forth. Work the legs. Good job. So feel free to purchase the song on iTunes or find it on YouTube. It's Habibi Ya by Hakim. Go ahead and practice this, do it over and over again. Join us in belly dance class when you can, and we'll see you later. Thanks for joining me.